Good day to all of you. In my previous lecture, we had seen how Pahom had decided to move to a new place beyond the Volga. So, after selling off everything, Pahom and his family they reached the new abode, the new residence, and they apply for membership in the commune of this new big village. There he was allotted 5 shares of land which amounted to about 125 acres. Pahom then puts up buildings, he constructs buildings over there, he buys new cattle, and of this whole communal land uh, that he had, it was about 3 times as much as of his former home, and he was 10 times better off than he had been there. So, as I told you previously, greed has no end. So, he buys this bigger place, he constructs more buildings, he buys more cattle, and in the rush, in the busyness of building, constructing, settling down, uh, he was very engaged in these matters, pleased with it all. And after some time, when all this was done, he again began to think that he did not have enough land. Why did he think so? Because the first year he sowed wheat on his share of the communal land and he had a good crop, and he wanted to continue to sow wheat. But in those parts where he was now living, wheat was only sown on virgin soil. Virgin soil means where no other crop has been sown. So wheat was sown for 1 or 2 years, and then the land would lie fallow till it was again overgrown with grass. So the land was left alone for 1 2 years, and when the grass would come up, then they would clear it, and then wheat would be sown again. So, but in those 1 2 years, what the farmers or the peasants had to do was they would have to rent other lands and then sow wheat and reap the harvest. So while all this was happening, Pahom noticed that some peasant dealers they had totally separate farms and they were growing very wealthy. So he thought to himself that if he could also buy some freehold land and have a homestead on it, then it would be a very different thing altogether. It would all be very nice and compact. Now, this idea of buying freehold land kept recurring to him again and again. And this went on for about 3 years. And in these 3 years, there were disputes that happened because people were renting one another's farmland, and there was dispute and people were going to the law. And Pahom, in all this scenario, again wished that he had his own land and he could be then more independent, and there would not be all this unpleasantness. So Pahom again began looking out for land which he could buy. Again, he is looking out for land. which means he's not satisfied. And then he comes across a peasant who had bought about 1300 acres, but he had got into some difficulties, he had got into some problem, and so he was willing to sell his land very cheap. So Pahom goes, bargains, haggles with him about the price, and they settle the price at 1500 rubles. And part of it he decided he would pay in cash, and part of it he decided he would pay later. Everything was almost done, but Pahom one day happened to stop at a shop, and there he got into a conversation with one dealer who told him that he was just returning from the land of the Bashkirs far away. And this dealer said that he had bought about 13,000 acres of land, and all of that land was for just 1,000 rubles. So Pahom questioned him further, and the tradesman told him a few things. We'll continue next time.